Hello, it's been a little bit since I've been making some YouTube videos. I was sick with pneumonia for several weeks, and I'm just now getting back to feeling a whole lot better and back to my normal self. It kind of coincides with the year of the snake coming to an end and getting ready to go into the year of the fire horse. I had been feeling really, before I got sick, this kind of like this energy underneath me, almost like this fire underneath me. I kept saying to people, like, I feel like something's bubbling up underneath. And I was just working and creating, and I wasn't sleeping a whole lot either, but not feeling tired. And then it just hit me, and I was just wiped out for weeks, and tried to make some things on Procreate and post it on Instagram. But when it came to YouTube videos, I really couldn't talk without, coughing. I still have a little leftover cough as well. It'll last for a while, but yeah, just knocked me out. It was completely unexpected. But I kind of thought, okay, it's my signal to slow down and kind of reflect and take a step back, and just maybe take a break from, making my art journaling. And some things happened in that time as well. And I'm now starting to feel better and working through a whole lot that came up even just yesterday, which is interesting because I thought I had worked through everything, and then boom, just hit me right in the morning when I woke up and worked, just had an emotional just purge, and got myself back to feeling really good today. And so hopefully that will continue as we get closer into the year of the fire horse. But something that had happened was actually with this piece of art that I made. This was 777 Wishes, and I really thought I had completed it, and it turns out that there was just more to be done, and I'm gonna work on that today actually. But the inspiration kind of came through to make a poem to go along with this, and I will read it in this video. And I just could not get it out of my head that I needed to write a poem that went along with this. So a few weeks back before I got super sick, I just had the nudge, like 11 at night, to start writing this poem. I thought, I gotta go to bed. And I ended up in the morning just taking time, like I had to get it out of me, just taking all day and even into the night working on this poem. And it's all about the 777 wishes that I had seen the license plate. I'd seen the genie lamp at this vintage like flea market, and it was like the most interesting thing in this entire place to me. And when I left, I kept thinking about it the whole time. And when I left, I saw a license plate that said 777 WSH, so 777 Wish. So that's what inspired this piece. So it had been weeks, had gone by, and then hit me to actually just write, to create this piece, and now to write this poem. And so I spent all day writing that poem, and it was all about how a genie is granting these wishes. And I hang on to the wishes. Will I let them go? Will they, if I do let them go and release detachment, will they come back to me? And it was, I just embodied this poem. It was just very, very me, and it felt very right to go along with this piece of art. So that night I got on Instagram, just scrolling, and I found a new tarot card reader just the day before. I follow literally one on Instagram, and this lady had come up, and I thought, maybe I'll listen to her. So I added her the night before, and then she had a reading for Pisces, and I'm a Pisces. And so I had just listened to all the cards being pulled. I'm like, oh, that sounds nice, abundance coming my way. And then at the very end, she said, and the genie will grant your wishes. And I kind of had a freak out moment. Not that it scared me, but I thought, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, I spent all day and night writing about this poem, about the genie granting wishes and talking about my wishes. And then just to have that completely validated in in her tarot card readings was just amazing to me. And I have gotten amazing synchronicities, extremely spiritual, extremely sensitive and intuitive. So I know how to work with my guides and angels, and it was just, they were showing off for sure. So it was just this amazing synchronicity. And I thought, I want to share my poem on here. I want to share the synchronicity, and then you guys can watch me work on adding a little bit more to my piece of work. So what I had done also is created my 777 wishes coming out of the roses, and almost like these little balloon tethers. So letting my wishes go up into the air. So what I want to do with that's the asymmetric calligraphy. What I'd like to do with that today is to kind of create these little balloons, to incorporate those into my original art journal entry. And they can act as balloons kind of flying away and sending my wishes out into the universe, and just knowing and trusting that they will come back to me and be granted by the genie. So I just wanted to touch a little bit on what's going on with that. Hopefully you'll get some inspiration and maybe a little connection with the Wishes 777 Wishes poem. And I will be creating a little bit of art with my art journaling, just so you can kind of tag along here and see what I'm doing. Thank you for joining me. So this is my 777 Wishes piece of art, my art journal entry. And you can see I did some in pencil, added some calligraphy. This is marbleized paper, which I can kind of show you. I made several weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago, and used it for the candle that I originally saw in this genie lamp at that vintage fair, and it's kind of releasing all of those wishes. And I have this 777 piece that I made with calligraphy, my calligraphy pen, and just wanted to kind of continue to incorporate some of the 777s into this piece, maybe creating little balloons that kind of fly up and around the piece, kind of representing the 777 wishes. And these pieces I made, marbling papers, I made just on my own here at my house and in my kitchen, actually, because it gets a little messy. And I had a ball when I was a kid. I used to take marbling classes, whatever you want to call it. And I would do it at the local art center, and my mom would tell me every time the class came up, and I was like, please let me take this class. So I thought, why not recreate this as an adult? I kept seeing it online. I thought, why am I not doing that? And then this one's really cool. I love this because I did the asymmetric calligraphy actually in class with balsa wood first, and then I thought, oh, I'll marbleize on top of that, and I really love the outcome of this. So eventually I'll experiment more with my marbling papers, but I wanted to incorporate it just a little bit here. So what I'd like to do with the 777s is, like I said, create those little balloons, those like little flying balloons kind of popping up and going into the air, releasing those wishes. So with the asymmetric calligraphy, I wanted to kind of add on to the 777s and include, the roses and 777s in there, but creating these strokes over and over again with the calligraphy pen kind of gives it this texture that has a little bit more depth to it. And I kind of turn the paper around and add even more textures. And I really like the kind of the contrast between the thicker sevens and the thinner sevens, and just really making them completely abstract, but having that meaning behind them. And 777 is one of my main numbers that I see. It just means keep going, you're on the right track. And I do see this fairly often. When I'm in doubt, it'll show up for me. So I had some fun just making these 777s and making those balloons really small. I needed the strokes to be really tiny, the sevens to be tiny. So I really like the outcome of what I created and cutting them into those little balloons. I think it looked really good. So I wanted to take this time to read the 777 Wishes poem that was inspired by this genie lamp and all the wishes flying out of it. It's called 777 Wishes. In front of me suddenly, a set of lucky sevens. Guidance was here, sent straight from the heavens. Out of nowhere it appeared, but right on time. A message, a nod, a moment clearly divine. Unique, it stood out in the moments before. A lamp drew me near, beautiful, I could not ignore. My mind it wrapped around. Was this real? Could it be? Wishes, they were heard, 777, just for me. In my dreams they were kept, not one told in full. Over the genie's eyes, no mask, no wool. Not seventh, but at the top, I wish for my soul's mate. Toss away fear and doubt, believe it will be fate. Within, I wish peace, a light touch from Midas. More than gold is the worth, pain and suffering behind us. My wishes, they are plenty, 777 to be exact. To fruition, will they come? Will my heart stay intact? Will my wishes come true? Or with Morpheus will they stay? In my dreams, the surreal, I wish them to life, if they may. Are they written in the stars? Could I miss them along the way? If I let my wishes go, will they come back without delay? If I wish them too hard, will they get wished away? If I hold on too tight, will they just start to fray? If I wish them too little, will the genie begin to forget? If my faith and trust breaks, will my wishes be caught with a net? Like a fish out of water, looking to break free, the wishes I kept inside, will they truly come to be? Forever will I be Nemo, into the slumber hopeful and brilliant. Will my wishes stay dreams? Will they shine or be dimly lit? Like a ghost on my shoulder, in the genie I believe, but believing in myself, an objective I must achieve. I look up to the cosmos, they look down upon me. This life is all I have, through my angst I can see finally. No longer do I question, a deep knowing rather. My wishes will be granted, my guides so proudly gather. Trust I have placed in the genie and in spirit. Surrendering is the path, no longer will I fear it. What's meant for me will find me, so many times I've heard before. Different now, however, I undoubtedly believe the lore. No longer in the lamp, within me is the genie, receiving what is mine. 777 wishes will come to be. I believe in my wishes, I release them purely, knowing they'll come back. Faith and trust I have fully.